A beautiful view. Behind my thoughts in my mind is something that is so difficult to put into words, let alone out into the world, into your ears and your eyes and your hearts, people. One of my ex-girlfriends has just, I'll just show you the view. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah. The view outside my window. One of my girlfriends has just sent me a text message on the phone today to say that that she's just had her baby, and I went to a private party on Saturday night. It's now Tuesday, and another ex-girlfriend has just had a baby. She didn't tell me though she had a baby. I just discovered that 2 weeks ago she had a baby, you know. And she possibly didn't tell me for a few reasons. Probably one reason was, well, we're not in contact really anymore. But one of the other reasons would have been because she knows that I'm very sensitive on the issue of me not being able to have children. And so today, this morning, 2 o'clock this morning, my ex-girlfriend supposedly had her baby, gave birth to her baby. Supposedly it's called Maria. And I just got the text message now, so it's just hitting me again. I mean, it's an awful time in the 30s. I think if you're infertile, 20s is fine because you want to have sex, but you don't want to get people pregnant, and that works out perfectly, obviously. But then 30s and the 40s, then you've got all your friends that start having babies and stuff, and you're just sort of left to your own devices. And, I know as an infertile person that, of course, there is technology available out there for all sorts of procedures. But those procedures, for a start, aren't natural, The second point, they're very expensive. And adopting is also obviously an option. But I'd really like something that's, half me, half the woman I adore, and that's just simply not going to happen easily, if ever. And I mean, even the infertile business brings up questions for me of like, well, maybe we're supposed to be infertile, maybe it's not in the ultimate divine plan that us infertile people are supposed to have children, and again, it could be humans fucking with nature, to get what they want, which ultimately leads to a disaster, if you ask me, when humans start messing around with nature. That's my opinion. So I am, I suppose I'm a bit upset. I'm extremely happy for my girlfriends in general having babies, and that's they must be beautiful babies, and they will be beautiful children, especially beautiful looking, because I've had a great share of gorgeous women. When my first love got pregnant, that was probably about 9 years ago, or 7 years ago, something like that. So that was devastating for me. It's funny, all these girlfriends of mine, they seem to get pregnant straight after me with the next guy. And that's equally, hard to take. That's really hard to take sometimes, The worst thing about it is thinking of the future and thinking of, when I'm going to be an old person, like 60, 70, and I'll have no children to look after me. I'll be relying on, government sponsored carers and stuff like that, and maybe my cousin's children and my family's children, stuff like that. I mean, I'll be Uncle Gav, and I've said that quite specifically to people that I want to be Uncle Gav. Yet I haven't totally taken on a role of Uncle Gav yet. I suppose in many levels I'm not ready for being an Uncle Gav, and in my 20s, if I had been fertile and if I'd had made women pregnant, then, you know, I wouldn't have had such a great life that I have had to this day, you know. By no means the last few months being a wild, amazing time, no. But again, it's another page in the storybook, and you know, my philosophy is things happen for a reason, and just to be as positive as possible through everything. Be myself, and you know, just try and really succeed in my own personal way, and make sure that I'm happy. Because if I'm not happy in the head, I'm fucked, you know. And so I'm very happy for my girlfriends, but I am kind of choking slightly on the inside, and I'm definitely emotional. I can feel it. But again, here's a point, that with the testosterone in my blood, I don't feel like breaking down into tears. Whereas without the testosterone, I would have, you know, this would really upset me, and I'd be, you know, gagging on the inside and crying on the outside. That happened to me many times. I, in fact, really enjoyed being hormonally imbalanced on that level. I really enjoyed having a good cry, like a long cry, a swelling of the eye cry. It was absolutely, you know, lovely. And there are probably a lot of trapped tears inside me, that need opportunities like that to come out. You know, there's definitely a lot of trapped hurt and stuff inside me that I still have to process, and you know, but as I've said many times, for the last 10 years I've been really working on myself, and you know, before 10 years ago I couldn't work on myself. And again, 10 years is very vague, as some people have been pointing out. My time thing isn't very, I don't really know, I don't have a watch on my arm or anything, and I don't really care about time, no. And, you know, so estimations on time is the best thing for me to do. But I'm going to have to visit my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, I mean, who's got the baby now. Give her a few days to recover, and then call into her at home or at the hospital, wherever she is. And yeah, I hope to be Uncle Gav for that baby. And my other girlfriend who got pregnant straight after she left me too, not straight after, but, you know, like 9 months afterwards, or not 9 months afterwards, sorry, but my girlfriends all met guys after me and then got pregnant by that guy. And so, and a lot of the guys that are with the girlfriends, the ex-girlfriends, are, you know, have thought, like, you know, they've done the usual of, like, you know, oh, I got her pregnant, you didn't, and I say, I'm infertile, man. And then it's silence. You know, because there is that thing of, like, my dick's bigger than your dick going on in men's heads. Then there's the whole idea of, like, how you can't, you know, get people pregnant, or you can't even make women orgasm and stuff like that. Yeah, talking about girlfriends and wanting one, I'd really love a girlfriend now. I'd love a girlfriend now. And the woman that I've been kind of after the last year, to be honest, is in my life. We are kissing each other, definitely we are kissing each other, but you know, not very much else. And you know, I think she got the impression that I wasn't into sex, because I did mention in a video before that I wasn't feeling particularly horny physically, and I wasn't, and now I absolutely am. And you know, yeah, you know, I'll just tell you one thing on the horny point. Like, if I had a bigger penis, I wouldn't worry about being horny or not physically, but it's not particularly nice as a small penised person to not be even hard with that small penis. You know, and when I say small penis, I mean many men that I've gone to nude beaches with, by the way, to, you know, swim and stuff. Okay. Many of those men have said to me exactly the same words that I say to them. Oh, Gavin, Jesus, I've got a small dick, blah, blah, please don't laugh. And I've said to them, no, you don't have a small dick. This is a small dick. And I pull down my trousers and boxer shorts, and then they see what a small dick actually is. Now, I wouldn't say that my dick is the smallest dick in the world, but it is very small. And the balls are small. The genitals in general are small. And let's again say smaller than average, actually. But you can't see the gorgeous snow, can you? Maybe I'll zoom in there, you can see a bit more there. If the zoom is actually working, there it is, yeah. Look at that, eh? Get my horrible hair out of there. Well, I suppose I'll leave you. This is probably a 10-minute video as it is, huh? Yeah, that's the snow. Out there. People, I love you and leave you, hey? Alright. Ciao.